In the heart of the Andromeda sector, legends whispered of an artifact so powerful that it could shift the balance of the galaxy, the Eterna Vanguard. It was said to be a suit of sentient battle armor, designed by a forgotten race known as the Archivians, whose mastery of bioengineering and psionics had surpassed anything known to modern civilizations. But the armor had one peculiarity: it chose its wearer. And in millennia of existence, it had chosen no one. The galaxy's mightiest warriors tried to claim it. The towering Lithan warlords of the Omega clusters knelt before it, their colossal forms dwarfed by its intricate design. The telepathic VYRN, whose minds could bend the will of others, reached out to it with their unparalleled mental abilities. Even the hive mind Zerans, whose collective intelligence rivaled supercomputers, sought to commune with it. Each was met with the same response: silence. The armor's energy dimmed, and it remained inert, impervious to all attempts to awaken it. Over centuries, the Eterna Vanguard became a myth. Hidden in the ruins of Archivian Prime, it was guarded by traps and decaying machines that still followed the commands of their creators. No one dared to seek it anymore. No one, until humanity arrived. Lieutenant Commander Iris Kane was an explorer for the Terran Concordant, humanity's fledgling presence in the galactic arena. Her ship, the Aurora Spear, was dispatched to investigate the ruins of Archivian Prime after reports of anomalous energy readings surfaced. Most dismissed the idea of the Eterna Vanguard being real. For Iris, it was just another assignment, until it wasn't. The ruins were a maze of jagged metal and glowing glyphs, humming faintly with a forgotten power. Iris led her team carefully, their footsteps echoing in the vast, empty halls. At the center of the complex, they found it, the armor. It stood on a pedestal of crystalline stone, its surface a fluid-like silver, with veins of pulsating blue light coursing through it. The air seemed alive around it, thick with anticipation. "It's incredible," whispered Ensign Jiro, their Xenotech specialist scanning the armor. "The readings are off the charts. This shouldn't exist." "Well, it does," Iris replied, stepping closer. Her team hesitated, recounting the tales of rejection and death. But Iris wasn't afraid. She had always believed in humanity's potential, even in the face of overwhelming odds. As she approached, the armor began to hum. The light flowing through it quickened, and a soft resonance filled the chamber. The team froze, their weapons at the ready, but Iris raised a hand to calm them. "It's okay," she said, more to herself than to them. She extended her hand, fingers trembling slightly, and touched the armor. In an instant, the Eterna Vanguard sprang to life. It flowed over her like liquid, conforming to her body and encasing her in its shimmering brilliance. Iris gasped as a surge of energy filled her, her senses expanding in ways she couldn't comprehend. The armor's voice spoke directly into her mind, ancient and resonant. At last, a mind unburdened by arrogance, a heart steadfast and unyielding. "You are worthy." Word of Iris's bond with the Eterna Vanguard spread rapidly, drawing the attention of galactic powers. The Lithans declared her a threat. The VYRN sought to dissect her. The Zerans wanted to assimilate her. The Terran Concordant, unprepared for such a shift in attention, scrambled to protect her. But Iris was no helpless figure. The armor enhanced her strength, speed, and reflexes to superhuman levels. It granted her knowledge of strategies and technologies long lost to time. In her first confrontation, a fleet of VYRN hunters cornered her on the fringes of Concordant space. Alone, she faced their warships and emerged victorious, her armor's energy blades cutting through their vessels like paper. Yet, the armor's power was not without cost. The Eterna Vanguard constantly tested her, pushing her to justify her actions and decisions. Why do you fight? Is it for glory? For revenge? What purpose do you serve? Iris Kane. Her answers evolved with every battle. At first, she fought to protect her people, to shield humanity from the galactic predators who now saw them as a threat. But as the war escalated, Iris began to see the bigger picture. The galaxy was fractured, torn apart by greed and fear. The Eterna Vanguard wasn't just a weapon. It was a guide, a tool to unite the broken. The final test came when the Lithan warlord Kerox, Thane, led an armada to Earth. The Terran Concordance forces were outnumbered and outgunned. Iris, clad in the Eterna Vanguard, stood as their last hope. The battle raged for days, fleets clashing in a storm of light and fire. Iris was everywhere, her armor's energy shields deflecting blows that would annihilate entire ships, her weapons cutting through enemy lines with precision. When the dust settled, Kerox Thane stood before her on the bridge of his shattered flagship. "You could destroy me," he growled, his voice heavy with defeat. "Why don't you?" Iris lowered her blade. "Because this isn't about death. It's about life. We can keep tearing each other apart, or we can build something better. The choice is yours." The war ended that day. Under Iris's leadership, the Terran Concordant forged alliances with former enemies, creating the first galactic accord in eons. The Eterna Vanguard grew quieter, its purpose fulfilled. One day, as Iris stood atop a hill overlooking a thriving Earth, the armor spoke one last time. "You have proven worthy not just of me, but of the hope I was created to inspire. The galaxy no longer needs a weapon. It needs leaders like you." The armor dissolved, its energy returning to the stars. Iris felt its loss keenly, but understood its choice. The Eterna Vanguard had not merely chosen her. It had chosen humanity, and humanity, at last, stood ready to rise.